Before we discuss the Wolf House, it's important we first touch on Colonia Dignidad. Located in Chile and founded in 1961, it was an enclave of Nazi German emigrants, the most infamous of whom was its leader, Paul Schaefer. Under the reign of former Chilean dictator Augusto Pinochet, the cult committed numerous atrocities and human rights violations. It's this black stain on history that served as inspiration for directors Cristóbal León and Joaquín Cociña in their 2018 film, The Wolf House.
Seguramente usted ya ha tenido la oportunidad de probar el inigualable sabor y textura de la miel La Colonia.
Like with their other projects, the filmmakers did their best to inhabit the role of their subject matter, asking themselves, if Paul Schaefer was a Walt Disney type, what kind of film would he make? What kind of story would he tell? As you might then expect, the film operates as a faux propaganda piece on behalf of Colonia Dignidad. It opens to idyllic images and a narrator that preaches happiness, harmony, and community.
Nuestro lema, ayudar a ser feliz.
These are, of course, outright lies, and once you're clued into the context behind this framing device, the direction this film is headed in becomes quite clear. Make no mistake, this isn't the Three Little Pigs or Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. This fable won't have a happy end. The Wolf House revolves around Maria, a young girl from Colonia Dignidad. In a moment of carelessness, she sets 3 of the colony's pigs free, and as a result, is confined to 100 days and nights of silence. Rather than face that torturous punishment, she flees the colony, wandering into a nearby forest. There, she finds an abandoned house. It's a chance for rest, relaxation, and an escape from those that would hurt her. The moment Maria opens that door, however, is the moment this film truly begins, transitioning away from its live-action opening into an animated nightmare. The most immediate thing of note is this film's approach to stop motion, a mix of 3D and 2D mediums all on a 1-to-1 scale. Everything you see is life-size and in a constant state of change. The characters morph from paint and papier-mâché to felt and fabric, material in one moment and gone in the next. The directors make no attempt to hide the seams, rather they emphasize that artifice. Masking tape can be seen littered all across the floor, characters are held up by wires and nails, and the sets transition right before our eyes. According to directors León and Cociña, we wanted to make a film that permanently falls apart and reconstructs itself. We like the organic, accidental, volatile, and constantly growing, as opposed to the precise, under control, and defined. It's an approach that adds to the horror, reminding you that this escape is merely a fantasy. Nothing speaks to this impulse more than their decision to stick to Maria's point of view throughout the entire film. The prologue and epilogue notwithstanding, the film takes us from beginning to end in one long, continuous shot, forcing us to stick with Maria and immersing us in the horror of her experience. Beforehand, I stated that Maria had found an abandoned house. That was a lie. In fact, as she'll soon find out, the home is inhabited by 2 of the 3 pigs she set free earlier. What a charming coincidence that she should find them here. Christening herself a mother, she promises to care for these pigs and to protect them from harm. And be it through magic or imagination, she evolves the pair into humans.
Desde hoy son Pedro y Ana.
As their mother, Maria will do the best she can. They'll dance, they'll have dinner, they'll play games, they'll sing, they'll read books, they'll watch TV, There's a problem. Multiple, in fact. The wolf is right outside the house, the food is completely gone, and the 2 kids are very, very hungry. Starved and resentful, the pair, now blonde Aryans, will turn against Maria. She'll awaken one night, abruptly.
Maria, me dijo Ana,
tiene que portarse bien.
ahora que está nerviosa, no nos tiene que hablar,
porque si nos habla, nos confunde.
Decían,
Nosotros no queremos confundirnos.
yo tenía ganas de gritarle, pero no me atreví.
With no other option in sight, Maria is forced to invite the wolf in. He devours both Pedro and Ana and chastises Maria, reminding her that she would have never survived on her own and that he was always a part of her. It's the exact kind of indoctrinating rhetoric you would expect from Colonia Dignidad. In 2007, Cristóbal León and Joaquín Cociña would create their first short film, Lucia. It was the product of several different artistic mediums and would set the stage for their creative process thereafter. It's a wholly unique approach, one that encourages audiences to look behind the scenes and to appreciate the process of filmmaking itself. Taking it to its extreme, The Wolf House was filmed in several different open exhibits all across the globe, adding in another voyeuristic layer to the director's mission statement. Each project of theirs is made with these ideals in mind. According to León, the pair don't work in a detailed script. There is no structure, rather the structure is in the work itself. It's free-flowing, flexible, and open to change, the perfect combination for directors who let their personality guide their aesthetic rather than some rigid technical process. The Wolf House is a prime example of this, oftentimes, to its betterment or detriment, feeling like a strung-together series of vignettes, rather than a tightly packed narrative. Whether it works is up to you, but I prefer the unconventional approach. Who cares about story when the focus is on characters, themes, and metatextual elements? The Wolf House commentates on a lot, but one of the most important takeaways is to do with its focus on Colonia Dignidad. I mentioned before that both León and Cociña like to role-play their direction, acting, in this case, as if they were filming on behalf of Paul Schaefer. In effect, it gives you, the audience, a window through which to view the oppressive nature of fascism, the kind that transforms a sanctuary into a prison, friends into enemies, and abusers into protectors. It's no wonder that the house is dotted with Nazi symbology. It's no wonder that when the wolf is mentioned, we should see a picture of a German Shepherd, the same breed of dog owned by Paul Schaefer, the same breed of dog owned by Adolf Hitler. Ultimately, the Wolf House serves as a warning against Nazism, fascism, and the kind of people that propagate those ideologies. This film is truly one of the more unique ones out there, so I appreciate you taking the time to dive into it with me. Thank you for the support, and thank you so much for watching.